Hello and welcome to the broadcast. Happy Saturday, November 15th. I did not just study that and then immediately forget. I am joined today by friends, designers, role players, Jessica Osborne and Summer. We are going to be playing Spoken Magic. Not Spoken Magic, Spoken Legends, the sequel to Spoken Magic. That's the plan for today. You've been following this channel for a long time, then you definitely know Summer. You probably know Jess. Both of them have been here for role-playing stuff in the past. And these are also some of the first humans that ever got to play Spoken Legends. When I finished my first draft, I went into a hidden Discord group and went, "Hey, I have a game. Can we play it?" So I think this is both of your first time seeing the actual completed version of the game.
Yep, I believe so.
But they were here on the ground floor, and so hopefully the three of us will make good guides in the path to playing this game and seeing how it works. If you are unfamiliar with Spoken Magic, and by extension Spoken Legends, it's a GM-less card prompt role-playing game where you imagine a fantastical character, in this case, an adventurer of more kinds than just wizard. You conceive of your powers based on some mystical words, and then you go on a journey together through strange places. You imagine those places together, discover the problems that they face, and hopefully solve those problems. One of the things that has changed in Spoken Legends from Spoken Magic is that there's an actual confrontation at the end of your journey. And you may win, you may not. Hopefully we win today. And then when you finish your confrontation, whether you win or lose, you take your journey back through the places you've already been to see how your actions changed them, and then go home and think about the legacy, in this case, that you leave behind. Spoken Magic came out in 2019. I've been cooking on this sequel for a year and a half. I think that's everything I have to say, other than the game is out right now. That's the thing I should say. It's out right now. You can find it on itch.io. I have a command for chat. And there is also, if you are seeing this live, or hopefully I have this on YouTube pretty quickly, if you're watching this in the first week after the game came out, there is a week-long early bird sale where you can get it for 15% off, unless you already own Spoken Magic, in which case there's an even better sale for 34%. Was going to be 33, but itch calculates 33 weirdly, so it's 34%. So if you want both games, you can get them slightly cheaper that way. Yeah. I think we should just launch into the game. Get rolling, make some characters, and figure out where we are and where we're going.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm going to go ahead and just read the rules text out loud. If you don't want to pay for the game and you're very studious, you can type this out, and there you go. The only thing you'll need is to find a way to get the cards. But let's buckle up and see what we're working with. To play Spoken Legends, you will need the following things for yourself and up to 3 players. Oh, someone has clicked a thing.
Sorry, that was me.
Summer.
Sorry.
Summer. Now I have to press
already going rogue.
I'm sorry. I literally just touched. I barely touched it. I barely tapped it.
But you did tap it.
I just wanted to see what my options were.
For Roll20, you're going to need a handout, which I have made handouts for all of us. If you're playing physically, you will need an index card or some other record-keeping tool. A 6-sided die, a 4-sided die. We're just going to use Roll20's built-in roller for that. You'll also need to set up the 10-card class deck, which I have done, the 24-card words deck, which I have also done, 30-card location and problem decks, which I have done in advance. You'll notice as you read these rules and some of the cards that certain words are displayed in bold, indicating that they refer to something specific in the game's mechanics. You should consider everything else to be open to your interpretation. As with all legends, truth is found in the telling, not the text. Once you have gathered and arranged the materials, play begins with each player writing a legendary name upon their handout. Leaving room for more information as the game progresses. So let's each come up with a name for a character.
They can't hear me on stream, by the way.
What?
They can't hear me.
Yeah, they're saying they can't hear Summer.
Ah, shit.
Don't tell me. You muted me. You're trying to silence me.
Hold on. Boom. Why is that set up that way? Ask Dylan, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this to me?
We're just goofing around.
I thought we went over this.
Oh my god. All right. I must have fixed this for really playing games and then forgotten to fix it for the rest of them. There you go.
Thanks.
There you go, chat. Enjoy the dulcet tones of Summer's voice.
I'm here.
Sounds like we good.
So character names?
Character names.
Character name.
What's the vibe? What vibe are we going with?
I don't know. Something heroic and legendary.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoops. That wasn't, I had an immediate thought for a name, but it's neither heroic nor legendary, so I'm going to change it.
Yeah.
I was, what if I went with it anyway? Think about that. What if I went with my first idea anyway? Okay, I'm a notepad. I'm kind of waiting to see what y'all do, truthfully.
It's a great question.
What if I just named myself after cheese?
After what? Huh?
Cheese.
After
Cheese?
cheese?
Which one? That's some Gouda cheese.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at like what we apparently did last time in here, and I was like, oh right.
It's so wild. When Dylan said we played this before, I literally was like, I don't think I was there for that. That's how I was.
That was my feeling too.
It was
but
a
no,
year
we
and a half.
were.
But then I'm
It was like
slowly
a year
having
ago.
flashbacks to it, right? But
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think that's
like,
true,
oh,
actually,
that's
Dylan. I don't think that
right.
I was there for that. Nope, I was there for that. I have proof. I have evidence.
A
before
version
me.
of me was there for that. Apparently.
Yeah. I'm having flashbacks though to us yapping about it afterwards now, though. So it's like my memory is being dredged up. What if I went with Freddie? Would we all be upset with that if I went with Freddie for my name? I
have no power over the name that you choose, and that's all
true.
I'll say about
you have
that.
No power. You have no power.
We doing an Aerith and Bob kind of a situation here?
I'm starting with
Ultimate.
Justicia. I want a second name though.
Justicia.
Ooh.
What the frick? Okay, I need to go
All
to
right.
Google.
I'm like rifling through my
There we go.
Rolodex of
Justicia Gold Blessed.
sick.
Justicia Gold Blessed and Freddie is kind of fire though. Just saying.
Is it Freddy but spelled in like a weird fantasy kind of way?
I was just gonna do FRDDIE, like, or EDDIE. Fred, no E, no vowels actually.
Freddy.
Freddie comes from a vowelless culture.
A vowelless culture is
that an
wild.
Abjad?
We know they exist. We just choose not to partake.
Tell you, I'm like,
Yeah, Abjad. So, Abjads are writing systems that are only consonants
legendary
in terms
name.
of actual characters. I think Arabic is technically an Abjad. Fun facts, fun typography facts for the kids at home.
What did you choose again as your name?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Justicia Gold Blessed?
Oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Damn.
Is it not? Yeah, you can see it in your
Oh,
journal.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even. I'm just
It's
looking at
sick.
names online.
Chat says, knowing vowels exist but refusing to use them has the same energy as my pronouns aren't. Do not refer to me. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I'm seeing what I did before, and I'm like, who was she? Who was I at the time? That's what was going on in my brain, and I've had such a shift that I'm literally very seriously just considering the name Freddie Thatcher, and that's the vibe.
That's a nice name. That's
yeah.
That's got energy of peasant
right?
who rose to heroism at some point.
Hometown hero.
Yeah.
Just for the folks at home, my name last time was Daughter Tinsel of the Whisper Widows, which is wild. Who made that up? Surely not me.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got Samwise Gamgee vibes. Chat's right.
I'm gonna change.
Yeah,
I'm going with it. Freddie Thatcher. Here we come.
Yeah, Freddie Thatcher.
I can't edit my.
Oops. Hold on. I see what I did. I actually gave Jess permission to edit your sheet.
Oopsie. I'll write everything down for you, Summer.
Write for me,
take
peasant.
my notes. Okay.
I am simply going with Lark for the moment, and I will add to it shortly. I have thoughts, but we'll get there.
I'll go ahead and change my name in the Roll20.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I shall do the same.
I'm mononymic because I'm just that fucking cool.
I'm sure that's far too small for chat to read, but if you zoom in real close. All right. Now that we have names, I am going to deal us our class cards. Don't touch the deck side.
I'm not touching Jack.
Do it.
Sorry.
All right.
Go away.
Each player then draws a card, or in this case, I deal a card to each player, which describes the legacy handed down to them by fate. Deal. Each have one. I got. Ooh, that's fun. Reading the questions on their own class cards, each player decides on an answer that fits their character.
Ooh.
As an example, a hero may declare their name to be Kelbris Halfflame, and then draw a class card which reveals their legacy is cunning, at which point they privately decide that their edge is honed by a curse of misfortune. We will share this information momentarily.
Okay.
Chat, you can see what I got, which is, I think arguably one of the most challenging ones, or open-ended, I should say.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no. What did Jess get?
Mine. So me. So very me.
Mine's just going to reveal what an idiot I am, unfortunately, I think.
Okay.
What if, okay. I'm having a good time. No, don't do that. Don't do it. Okay. What if I did do it? Would Dylan kick me off the stream?
I might.
You won't.
This helps me
it would
with
be
the
so
rest
easy.
of my name.
It would be a great way to demonstrate that you can play this game with 2 players. Fun fact, Spoken Legends, just like Spoken Magic, can be played with between 1 and 4, or 1 and 4 players inclusive.
All right, there we go. My full name is Unleashed.
Lark the Shade Singer. Ooh. Justicia Gold Blessed, Lark the Shade Singer, and Freddie.
Freddie Thatcher.
That's a party.
Freddie Thatcher.
Freddie
please.
Thatcher.
Freddie Thatcher.
God, that question's tough.
What was the example? What was the example again in the book?
Did you happen to get the Legacy of Cunning, and that's why you want to know?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear what it is. Well, I'm not using that. I'm just using it as a template for.
At which point the player privately decides that their edge is honed by a curse of misfortune.
That's so succinct, and I want to write a novel.
You can write a novel if you want. Nothing in the rule says it has to be tight. It can be as verbose as you wish.
You're gonna kill me if I write this, though. Okay, but I have to. Now that I've already decided it has to be done.
I'm scared.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure out how to better take notes here. Bear with me. And do we keep these to ourselves, or should we be disclosing these, like, also for stream?
We will disclose them momentarily.
Gotcha. What is the question again? Okay, cool.
Make this bigger so that you can see what temporarily.
Okay, well, I've done it, and Dylan will just have to suck it up.
Yeah. All right, I'm good.
I'm good too.
And I am good.
All right.
Enough.
Who would like to go first?
I can go first, because just to get it over with, because Dylan's going to literally kick me off the stream.
So
prepare to say
we're
goodbye.
Go clockwise. I'll be second.
All right.
So my legacy is cunning. What challenges have honed your edges? I wrote, my best friend was cursed to carry a magical ring to the ends of the earth, and I was to be her guiding companion. Together we returned from the halls of hell, and I have never been quite the same.
Okay, so this is going to be your second quest.
This is my second quest.
This is going to be quest number 2.
Nice.
This is quest 2.
Okay.
For
all right.
Thatcher.
All right, here we go. Hi, my character is Justicia Goldblessed. Her legacy is not her own. My question was, who seeks to take your power from you? I wrote, I stole my power from the sun itself, and the moon is not happy about it.
Oh,
jeez. My goodness.
Yeah.
All right. My character is Lark the Shade Singer. My legacy is profane. Ooh. Why do my people curse this power? I commune with the dead and I sing for them, and people believe that death follows me.
That's sick as hell.
Like I said, real meat-coated.
That's awesome.
Right, with introductions completed, we will take turns asking each other more. On your own turn, ask each other player to tell you one thing about their character. You may allow them to choose for themselves what detail they share, or you may ask specific questions, such as, how does your legacy lead you astray? Or, how do our heroes know each other? Once your turn is complete, the next player does the same until all players have taken a turn. When you tell another player something about your character, note that information down in your handout. So, Summer, go ahead and ask us about our characters.
I ask you each a question?
Yep.
Okay. So, Justicia Goldblessed, who killed your true love?
That's a great question. Can I do some fucked up world building with this?
Yeah.
Good with that?
You've already stolen the power of the sun, so I don't think we can stop you.
It's true.
I'm gonna get real mythical with it. My love was the night herself.
Oh, cool. Do we live in an eternal daytime now?
We're about to.
Sick.
The sun and moon conspired to kill her, and I stole the sun's power. Retribution.
Okay, then what? What's going on? Is it Twilight? What's going on?
Yeah, let's do that.
Eternal Twilight.
We just out here having Ragnarok.
A little bit.
Sweet.
All right. So the sun and the moon conspired to kill your true love, which was the night.
Kill the night. Yes.
Whoa.
Dang.
The sun isn't dead. I did not kill the sun. I did not destroy the sun.
You took the sun's power.
Took his power.
Yeah. Which makes it Twilight all the time. Okay. So for Lark.
Yes.
What?
What?
I'm thinking.
That's the question.
Thinking.
Just what?
Great question.
Okay, what dark prophecy did you receive when you were born?
Oh, jeez. I think that I would be the one to part the veil between the living and the dead.
Ooh.
Like the realms of life and death.
Right. Wow.
Are we the bad guys?
I don't think people like me too much. We'll see what that means.
I'm saying my
also you ruined the circadian cycles and stuff.
I'm just a little guy.
We'll see if we actually help people. Hopefully we help people on this quest.
Are we the baddies?
Okay, that's me. That's me.
All right. My turn to ask questions. Freddy.
Yes.
Freddy Thatcher.
Yes.
What about your previous quest do you hate?
What about my previous quest do I hate?
Yes.
When my friend and I entered the halls of hell, we both consumed hellfire to get in there, and it means that I cannot smell or taste anymore.
Okay.
Nice.
And I hate that shit because I love food.
Of course, because you're legally distinct from a hobbit.
I am. I'm a human girl.
It's really,
and I'm 10 years old.
There is a class card that is very much inspired by the Hobbit, and it's really funny that you didn't get it, but you're playing one anyway.
I can do whatever I want anyway.
You can. Lark the Shade Singer.
Yes.
How have you used your gifts to heal the world?
I think generally I have tried to help the living find closure and help the dead find what is keeping them on the wrong side of the veil. And to put things to rights.
That's me.
All right. Well then. I'm going to start with Freddy. What about your last quest? What set you on that path? And why didn't you get what you wanted? Or how? Whatever.
Why didn't I get what I wanted? So I've decided that my best friend, the one who I accompanied to the edge of the earth on this magical ring quest, his name was Bram Wilder. And I am so dead in love with him. And I thought that if I accompanied him on this heroic journey, that he would fall in love with me, and it did not work. So I did not get what I wanted.
Dang.
Yeah.
Bummer.
I know.
All right. Justicia.
Mm-hmm.
What made you love the night?
Great question. I think the night was gentle. And brought the gift of calm to the world. And without her, I feel constantly unsettled.
Sure.
Restless.
Revealed, perhaps?
Yeah. Okay. There we go. You are all now legendary heroes, and I am as well. But to wield the power of your legacy, you will need to give it shape with words. Each player will receive 6 cards from the words deck to form their hand. Deal 6 cards. All players. Deal.
Oh, fwick.
Each word represents the knowledge, abilities, and tools that fate has given you to prepare you for your quest. So you must decide, based on your class, intuition, and knowledge of lore, what each word means. As an example, Kelbris Halfflame may decide that their legacy of cunning is expressed through careful deceit, and their words represent different methods of persuasion. Alternatively, Halfflame may be a skillful thief, whose words describe the tools and weapons of their trade. When you know your words, share them with the rest of the party. Take what time you need and know more, or your legend is about to begin. I highly recommend writing down what your words mean.
Yep. Am doing.
Okay. I'm doing a fun mix. Doing half of my words are the stuff that I stole, and then half of the stuff that Justicia did.
All right. I'm set.
All right. Also done.
No. That
No.
means it's me. It means I'm taking too long.
You're fine.
Summer, go,
Okay.
go, 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 go. All the pressure. How are we doing?
I've got one more.
I believe. I'm a believe. God, can you imagine? Shrek came out so long ago. The kids don't
Crazy.
even know Shrek anymore.
That makes me sad.
Okay, I've got mine.
All right. What are your words, Summer?
Okay, my first word is esque, which means sneak. My second word is han, which means conceal. My third word is enos, which means reveal. I have mar, which means unreachable. Im, which means divide. And tati, which means communicate.
Okay. I'm rewriting one of mine.
Nah.
Okay. I have kef, which means blinding brilliance. Za, which means piercing rays. Atun, which means scouring heat. Ba, which is an essence-holding gem. Rune, which is magics from the dawn of existence. And Lote, a wicked blade.
Dang.
Cool.
All right. Mine are hey, which means life. Des, which means death. Mandri, which means memory. Telia, which means song. Fear, which means heart. And Tirm, which means silence.
Nice. Before your journey can begin, you need a place to journey from your home. I'll draw a card from the location deck. Pop it right here. Okay. Once draw a card and take turns
wild.
describing one aspect of this home. All right, so our home is Infinity's Edge.
Very chill place, I'm sure.
Summer,
so I really went from one edge of infinity to the other for this fucking journey I did.
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay.
What's a aspect or detail of this home?
It's intangible.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to say about it. So don't ask me questions.
That's Oh God. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and say it is the ethereal home of Destiny herself.
Nice.
Oh my God, Destiny, is that you? Missed you, girl.
There's my one detail. Jess?
All right. I think from this place, anywhere you can find a reflection, you can look to anywhere else in the world, like it was a window.
All right. Fucking weird. I love it.
Where did we end up?
I think we're angels is what I'm thinking.
What are we?
Think we're divine creatures.
I think something has happened. We're about to find out what. Something has happened and destiny has brought all of us here to set us forth on our path. That's what I'm thinking. How does that sit with people?
You don't want to be from here? You don't want to live here? Bake bread here?
Pretty sure I'm not from here.
Something tells me Freddie Thatcher.
Okay.
Yes, notable agent of destiny, Freddie Thatcher.
I've already been on one epic journey. I don't know what you're talking about. I am obviously a divine creature. Okay.
Once you all know your home, describe the foe or doom that threatens it, and take turns sharing why each of you is joining this quest.
Cool.
Our foe.
A doom or foe that threatens our home and presumably the world, because our home is cosmically important.
Yeah.
I guess, do we want to continue taking turns?
Sure.
Summer?
Sure.
We have put
I
Summer
get to go first.
Summer in the wheel. And it scares me so much.
A doom or foe who threatens our home, which is Affinity's Edge. I wanted to say something actually wild, but I won't.
Thank you.
I'm going to call them the Mapmaker.
Ooh. Okay.
Because our home is intangible and they want to make it not that way.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll elaborate on what that is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Mapmaker is, I think our world is in a state of flux, right? It's not super well defined. It's fluid, it's magical, it's weird. I think the Mapmaker seeks to define the world along rigid edges to turn it into something concrete and permanent.
Sure. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they've already succeeded in a few places. Because my backstory has such that we have already established there is a veil between the living and the dead, which doesn't make sense in a world in flux.
Okay. One of the Mapmaker's early projects.
Yes, I think they have already begun divvying up realms, so to speak.
I like the idea that means that our windows, our reflective windows, are kind of closing in Infinity's Edge.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sick. Freddie Thatcher.
Yeah.
Why are you joining this quest?
Why am I joining this quest? I gotta. Why am I joining this quest? That's such a good question, because I really told myself I was never going to do anything like this ever again, because it doesn't work out.
Every time you think you're out, they pull you back in.
I know. I was like, bench me, coach, bench me in. He was like, get back in there.
Destiny's like, get back in there.
Why am I getting back in? The Mapmaker is my mother.
Damn.
Oh no.
Okay.
And I hate that bitch.
Some real wicked stepmother energy here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Why is Justicia?
Angela Thatcher is her name. I hate her.
Oh my God, Angie, what are you doing?
I mean, could be worse. Could be Margaret.
Yes, notable final boss, Margaret Thatcher.
Why is Justicia joining this quest? I think the Mapmaker seeks to crystallize the world the way it is. I think Justicia's hope in stealing the sun's power has always been to bring back the night. But if the world is made permanent in its current form, then she'll have no chance.
Nice.
I'm shifting. I am being silly, but I'm not being that silly. I'm shifting. Well, I'm being even more silly in a different way. I'm basically now imagine Samwise Gamgee was Pinocchio. So basically, I was like, the Mapmaker made me out of like clay.
You were not a real.
I was not
girl.
a real girl.
Okay.
So the Mapmaker created me out of clay,
Nice.
and that's how I became
Fun.
So not my like mom, but like
your maker.
You know,
mother in the sense
creator,
of created
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Love that.
Yeah.
Why is Lark doing this? What he up to? I think this is easy, given the Mapmaker already separated something that is directly relevant to me, probably long before I was born. That separation between the realms of the living and the dead is a real problem for me, because that's why the people curse my power. I'm just trying to set things to rights. And maybe that way people will like me.
Yeah.
Sick. All right. We have our heroes. We have our quest. We have our doom. Destiny has now placed all her pieces upon the board, in our case extremely literally. And your legend starts with the first turn. Each turn consists of 3 components: the location, the problem, and the verse. On your turn, which Summer, you are going first, draw a location card.
Okay.
Describe the place you have journeyed to, letting the prompt written on the card guide you in framing a scene in this place. You can just click and drag a card from the location deck to the tabletop in the location. I believe in you.
I did it.
This scene may involve the other adventurers, and you may invite the other players to aid you in describing the place or acting out the scene, but you have the final say on what is or is not included in your scene. Take your time breathing life into this place and its people. The world of your legend exists only within the lens of your words. So the location you drew was Argent River, with the prompt Fey Aid.
Fey
Where are we?
Aid. Obviously, we've just left Infinity's Edge. And I think this is like the boundary between the tangible world, right, and the rest of Infinity kind of behind us. And I see it as being like a vast gray, like silvery, almost like rippling, not in like a typical water sense, but more in like heat lines kind of sense, river that separates, right? And I think that there is a bridge that basically comes out of this mist-like river for those who are I want to say like worthy, essentially worthy of crossing. Yeah, and it's kind of a vast, strange place where you're both like here and also not here. at the same time. Like you're about to become physical again, crossing this river, right? What else do I gotta explain? What else do I gotta say?
You can frame a scene. It may involve the other adventurers. You can ask us to help describe things if you want.
Yeah.
Take your time breathing life into this place and its people.
Yeah. So I think we have to say why we're worthy of crossing the river. So, and I invite both of you to step up to the river at some point and to say what it is that you offer up to the river, what your reason is. For Freddie's part, Freddie says, imagine I did a country accent. Don't do it. Okay. Freddie says, because I can't go, because I'll start, if I go down that path too far, you can't pull me back. And this will get wild. Okay. Freddie steps up to the river and says, "Oh, great river, I am worthy to cross you. I carry a piece of the Mapmaker within me, and I believe it is integral to our destroying her, if you would let me cross." And I step up to the river.
Justicia would say, "O great Argent River, I have brought retribution, the one who killed I've brought retribution to the one who killed your master. The night within which you once shone. And with the power I took, I would keep you flowing and ever-changing."
Okay. Lark will likewise step up and say, "O great Argent River, I am worthy. I make it my life's work to undo the harm that the Mapmaker has rendered, that the path that you flow, the realms you flow between, will be open again."
Summer, are you pleased with your scene?
I am pleased with my scene.
Good. Once your scene is complete, so long as one or more words remain in play, a problem occurs. Draw a problem card and describe the issue at hand based on the prompt written on the card.
I'm so excited. What's our issue? What's our beef?
Oh my god.
No way.
Oh, damn. Fucking first card?
What the fuck?
All right. Okay. Buckle the fuck up, kiddos. It's time to go.
Why did we find the boss fight already?
What the fuck is going on? Okay,
Stop drawing new location cards until the party wins without a cost or loses. Once a new location card is drawn, regain all words that were lost to other problems drawn during the siege. So describe this otherworldly siege. We're on the doorstep, basically, of Destiny's realm.
This is awesome too, because this, like, oh my god, this is so fun. We have just stepped up to the Argent River and explained why we believe that we're worthy. And there's this rumbling, this thick, like, earth-shattering rumbling that all of us, having crossed this river before, would know is not the sign of the bridge being raised, right? It is something else. And we see, like, in this vast, like, smoky haze, like, I'm picturing it very like The Mist, right? It is just mist in every direction. We see on the other side of the river these grand ships, these massive boats that are basically, like, rising out of the fog, sailing toward us. And we see basically an army, the Mapmaker's army, right? Coming for us. They have come to basically the edge of infinity to define this place, like so close to our beginning, because once the intangible has been made tangible, there's basically nothing to stop them, right? So they're going for the heart right away. And we see these, I mean, they're basically like men, right? Like they're just they are just your average guys, but they have these huge, like impossible ships and weapons. And we see out of the smoke of the river, rising up out of the ground, the Fae that have come to our aid to fight in this, to hold the line, right? The agents of the river, to fight with us, to fight alongside us and buy us time. Yeah. So we're gonna hold the fucking line. And we've only just started, so let's go.
Okay.
We're cutting right to that like third act epic battle. It's fine. Don't sweat it.
This is the movie that's like, and this is what it's gonna be like. And there's a fight in the first scene. Like,
what if we did the Battle of Helm's Deep in the first 5 minutes?
Yeah.
We're not going to get the title card till this fight's over, so everybody buckle up.
Which, I mean,
damn.
Doesn't the third movie open with a siege or something?
Probably.
Like one of those movies opens with a siege. Okay, so we have discussed who is affected by the problem and why, and explained why we are in a unique position to solve it. Be careful not to describe a problem for which failure would mean a premature end to the quest. I think we're fine there. We kind of can't get out of here until we either win heroically or lose catastrophically.
Yeah, sure.
Some problems may have additional instructions. This one does. If these instructions cannot be followed for some reason, the party automatically loses, and the current player describes what happens next. Once the problem is clear to all, you may begin to speak this verse of your legend. Working collectively, each player selects a single word from their hand to commit to addressing the situation. As each player contributes their word, they describe how its meaning will help or hinder the party in their endeavors against the problem.
Yes, fuck yes. Fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes. Okay, I have my word. I know which word I'm using.
Okay, what is it?
I am using my word im, which means divide. I am going to Moses this fucking river and literally cut the river in half and push them back. Dividing them from us.
Okay.
And making the river like maybe harder to cross, but like it basically will be now 2 rivers is kind of like my vibe. We're giving ourselves a barrier. Oh, hi, kitty. We're getting some purrs.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh no.
So do I put that word on them?
The purring.
Oh no. So there's my word. Which means divide.
Okay. I think I'm going to use Rune, which is magics from the dawn of existence.
Hell yeah.
It felt powerful, so I wanted to save it for later, but I think it's super appropriate here. The idea being that here in this place where the world is at its least defined, this magic will be at its most powerful. And I think my goal is to return these mortal forces to the primordial elements that make them up, to divide them into their soul, into the fire, into the earth, and the water that make up their bodies.
Wow. Just killing everyone just like that.
Well, yep. I am
a vengeful god.
Gonna use
yes.
I'm gonna use Des, which means death.
Oh my god.
And I am just gonna, call upon a not insignificant army of my ghosty friends to go hold the line for us.
Yeah. Wow.
And if it's not clear, I am this meeting will help our party.
I'm also helping. Yes.
Yeah, also helping.
When words have been selected, the current player arranges the words into a name for this verse of the legend. including prepositions and other connecting words as desired. You can swoosh them around to make a name.
Yeah.
As you like.
I'm gonna do. Rundesum. And basically, like, kind of, I think, like, we're using this, like, magic born of the dawn of time and death to divide, right?
Yeah.
Them and us, and kind of keep this place sacred and untouched by the Mapmaker's scourge. So that's the vibe.
All right. Once the current player is satisfied, they recite, "Thus begins the verse of," and declares the name of the verse that describes the immediate actions of the party.
Thus begins the verse of Rundesum. We're going to war. I think it is going to be a fight of not only like the undead and the fae on our side, right? But it's the mythical and the divine against the mortal bindings of man. In this epic confrontation in the Argent River, it's gonna run red, I think.
Yeah.
Sick.
And because we're locked in this kind of perpetual twilight, right? We're seeing this really intense like glow coming from the river. And it just casts us in this kind of like fiery light. As the verse begins in the battle.
All right.
Bloody and violent.
Nice.
Fucking metal.
Commences. Yeah.
When the action reaches a point where success or failure must be decided, the current player rolls the gathered dice, then checks some stuff. So roll 3d6. Well, okay.
Not great.
We have not won the war.
Yeah. We have not won the war.
If there's at least 1, 4, 5, or 6, which there is, the current player claims a treasure in addition to any further results. Because no dice show their highest numbers, the party wins, but they do so at a cost. Current player describes how the problem is solved either partially or temporarily. And in this case, we will not be moving on from the seed.
Yeah, which is exciting. So I get a treasure?
Hopefully.
Yes, you may claim a treasure. When you claim a treasure, indicate it on your handout with a count, or use tokens to keep track of the amount you have. Optionally, you may choose the name and nature of a treasure when you claim it or use it. You may spend a treasure to combine a discarded word with one of the words in your hand, and they may also be spent in the final stages of your quest to improve the party's chances of success or on the journey home to address remaining challenges.
Cool. I have a treasure. I'm not going to say what it is right now. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I use it. Okay. So now do we discard these words and we have to go again? Right?
Pretty
much.
You have to. How is the problem solved, partially or temporarily?
Oh God. How is the problem solved partially or temporarily? I mean, I think that death is raining down, right, on the mortals that have come here. But it is not dissuading them. Because they believe, right, with their to the bottom of their souls that this is a cause worth dying for. They knew that they were going to get to this point and that they were going to be essentially facing the power of the gods. And that has not cowed them to this point. So why would it now, right? They have traveled from across the many realms of man to come to this place. And for them, this is their finish line, right? They believe that even though there's much of the world left to define, right? And the job will not be done. They believe that the claiming of this river and crossing into Infinity's Edge will be essentially the killing blow that will win them the ultimate war against us. And so their numbers are diminished significantly with this verse, but it does not dissuade them. And those that remain continue to fight and continue to lay siege to our immortal forces. But right. I believe that because we can't move on from this place, right? We're still locked in the battle.
We're stuck.
So, yeah.
Then, yes, we discard our words. And you draw another problem. What faces us next in the siege?
Okay. I'm just going to put it next to it, right?
Cursed Beasts attack.
Great.
Cursed Beasts attack. Great. That's our problem. Well, I have really bad news. They brought dragons with them.
May I offer something?
Yes.
Did the Mapmaker make them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I love the idea that we kind of we see at the back of this fleet, right? The back of the fleet of ships, we see the imposing figure of the Mapmaker, who though is fighting on the side of mortals, I think is an immortal being, is this kind of ethereal thing, larger than life, and kind of I'm getting the Queen of Hearts, Alice in Wonderland vibe, this really larger than life figure. And we see them as they use mounds of clay and their own spit to kind of cobble together these to us massive, larger than life, but to it within her hands these small little figurines of clay, and we recognize them as these horrific dragons, right? Not this sleek, slender thing, but this pokey, pointed, awful, fire-breathing monstrosity. And we see her kind of breathe life into them and set them on the wind. And then we cut back to our party in the midst of this immense, intense battle, fighting for our lives and for the future of this quest. And we hear this screeching on the wind, right? And out of these red mists, we see the dragons arrive and begin to breathe fire on the river and send steam rising up into the air. And the dragons are here now to fucking kill us, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna commit Lotte, a wicked blade.
Yes.
Because what else do you use against a dragon?
You stab them with something stabbable.
Yeah.
You stabby.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna commit the word Han, specifically in combination with your word, Dylan.
Okay.
To make your wicked blade concealed, unseen by the foe.
Okay.
I think I'll follow on that and commit Tirm, which means silence. I think the intent here is it's going to actually it will move in silence and it will cut any of the connection between the Mapmaker and these dragons. They cannot
unseen,
hear.
Unheard, wicked blade.
They will not be able to hear her commands.
Yes.
Sick.
I love it.
All right.
So cool. Okay, how do I want to
make your name
and then
these? Declare the verse?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Hantirm Lote. Thus begins the verse of Hantirm Lote, which is the unseen silencing blade, wielded by Justicia, gold blessed. And I think like this is kind of your moment. This is like
chills.
we're getting kind of an interesting. We're getting a look at our characters, right, as they're entering these scenes, and we're giving them their moments. We've seen all of us kind of entering the fray, but I think there is this moment. I kind of like, Dylan, I would love if you would like chime in about what this kind of looks like, but we're getting like basically a zoomed in moment of you stepping. It's like that hero's moment where the fighting just doesn't seem to touch you, right? The fighting is happening all around you, but you are allowed to walk forward kind of untouched by the enemy, right? And there's fighting on all sides. We see the Fae fighting around you as you begin to walk forward out into the mist of the river, which is kind of boiling and roiling all around you, as you, unseen by the enemy, like they do not know, they don't see you doing this, draw this wicked blade. If you want to tell us like what that looks like as you wield it.
Yeah, I think as the ancient primordial magics are roiling about me and dissolving people into their component parts, some of those materials begin to swirl together into pillars of stone that Justicia starts to climb with intent, and she reaches to her hip for her wicked blade, and we see whispers of magic from the two of you sink into the metal of the blade, and Justicia disappears. And there is just a tear in the air, a slice in reality from the tip of this ramp of stone to the dragons in the sky.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Roll 3d6.
I'm so scared. Oh, fuck, and no 4s.
No treasure.
Come on.
Oh my god.
All right. We win, but at a cost. The problem is solved either partially or temporarily.
I think that the effect of separating the Mapmaker's influence, the direct control of the dragons is severed, and we see these beasts kind of go careening for a moment in the sky, like directionlessly, like blowing fire. And we see it take to the ships and the sails of these ships, and we see it on our own side. We see these ghosts, like the spectral forms, that like screaming and go screeching away. And like basically the air is filled with like smoke and the smell of sulfur. But the beasts are not dead. They are just disconnected from her influence. And now they are wild beasts that have been set out on both sides, because they don't know who they fight for anymore. And we see them set upon their own ships, and the men hacking away at these dragons, and we see them fall onto the Fae as well. And they're working with us and against us in a way that is unanticipated, right? An unanticipated consequence of the work of this wicked blade that is used up in its creation, I think.
Pull another problem card.
I'm
the siege
so
continues.
Sick. Fierce competition.
Fierce competition. Half of the words rounded down must be hindering.
Boy.
What the fuck is up with this?
What the fuck is up, Kyle?
What the fuck is up, Kyle? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay. The moment that we see, right? We see Justicia disappear. We see this kind of ripple, this cut through reality. These monstrous beasts go careening out of the sky. And then we just see little Freddie Thatcher with like a dagger and not much else, right? Like, who has been basically fighting by remaining unseen, and kind of very like roguey, sneaking up and covered in blood, and using the spirits and the fae to kind of help keep her concealed because they are much more obvious targets. And she realizes that we cannot continue our quest unless something changes. And I think in her mind, we see this kind of grim determination. And I think like she's basically having essentially like a flashback to a moment where, like in the halls of hell, there was a moment where, her best friend and love, Bram, almost gave up. And she realized that she was going to have to shift the tides in one way or another. And I think made a sacrifice that we don't see like played out on screen. But it's the same kind of thing of, in order to help, I have to do something that will not be well received, essentially. And I think what my intention is, and this is kind of the setup for the scene for my word, which I'm going to use the word mar, which is unreachable, and basically try and remove the three of us from this fight, to basically put us behind the armada, so that we may continue our journey and leave this battle, is my intention, basically. Yeah.
But the problem is essentially still the siege.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is the siege and the fact that it is hindering our progress. Yeah. Yep. So I am going to contribute mar as a hindering word.
All right. I am going to contribute attune as a hindering word, which is scouring heat. Which I think for Justicia is coming out at the end of that slash up in the sky and seeing the battle below and knowing that in order to save the world, you must be willing to unmake it. And Justicia will cast the fire down on the battle as a whole.
Yeah. Wow.
As a hindering word.
I don't know if I have anything to commit here.
You got to commit something.
Okay.
It either helps or it hinders.
Looking through what I got left.
Snoop.
I think I'm gonna try. We'll try Mandry, which is memory. And I think Lark is doing his best here to maybe undo some of that mess that came forth, and is trying to sort of use the song to wind back things to like sort of make the river itself remember what it was before all of this, and try to coax its own power out so that it can come to our aid directly.
So that's a helping word?
A helping word to bring the memory of all the different vows that have been cast into it before.
Right. Summer, roll 1d6 and 4.
Do I need to organize this?
Oh, yeah. Right. Right. The parts of the game.
The game. Remember the game
where we play the game.
Trying to follow the rules here, Dylan. If you could not rush me.
I'm so sorry. Jeez. The siege is weighing on me.
Yeah, the siege is weighing on all of us because that was a dog shit card to draw in the first one. Holy shit.
It's exciting.
And we're going to lose all our words and die. Okay, it is very exciting. Okay, so thus begins the verse of Maratun Mandri. We see kind of these two attempts, right, to continue the journey. We see Justicia's fire raining down on both sides. We see the continued collision and the fighting and the screaming, and we see Freddy unseen sneaking over to the side of the fleet to pull the two of you to her and through this ordeal. And we see I think Lark's song kind of sink, and I like the image of Lark is kind of standing in the river. And we see as this song kind of rings out, the river where they stand begins to kind of pulse with this like vaguely silver light as the river struggles to remember and return to what it was, despite the onslaught, the bloodshed, and the fire of this moment. Okay, so what do I roll? I'm so scared.
1d6, 2d4. And we hope for a max value on one of those dice.
On one of those dice. So 1d6 plus 2d4. Roll 20, how do you work? We got it. We got 2 4s and
you get
2,
to claim
and we got a max.
A treasure.
Another treasure. I'll take the treasure.
Okay, if no helping dice show a 6 and there is at least 1 4 on a hindering die, the party loses, and all hindering players claim a treasure. So you get 2 treasures out of this.
I have so many treasures.
And I get 1. Mark that on my sheet. I don't know what it is yet. That's fine. One of the hindering players, decided by any method they agree upon, I think it should probably be you because it's still your turn, describes the consequences of that failure, so long as those consequences would not end the quest prematurely. This player then looks at the next card in the problem deck and chooses either to discard it immediately or place it back on top of the deck. So describe our failure.
Our failure.
The failure of the siege. We lose the siege. What does that mean?
Okay. There's this moment where the river begins to pulse with this silver light as Lark tries to coax it back into the state that it was once in. And this is like it's the moment in the movie where everything goes quiet and we just get the score playing over top, and we see these moments of fire, and essentially what happens is the river dries up, and we see it kind of begin at like the edges of the field of our view of this like vast expanse of mist, and we see steam that had been rising consistently this whole time from the river, and the ground goes dry, and the men who I think had been mostly confined to the shore, to their shore, began to wade through without need for the bridge of the Argent River, without being deemed worthy, and come across to this side of the edge of infinity. And I think with Freddy's word to make us unreachable, like the two of you feel pulled right by this force and find yourself moving through the field of battle and see kind of in a rush the men and the ships, and I think all three of us, we see a glimpse of this great map maker laughing at her apparent triumph, and we are whisked away from this place and made unreachable by her, and left the three of us alone on the edge of the mortal realm with nothing but, the few spoils of war that you and I have managed to hold on to, our few relics or treasures, whatever they may be, and the clothes on our back covered in blood and very physical in a way that we had not been until this moment.
All right. When the verse is complete, so long as 3 or more words were committed and at least one other word remains in someone's hand, both of these are true, the current player selects 2 of those words and combines them into a new word with shared meaning. So pick 2 of these last 3 words that we just played and combine them into something new, and then you can gift that to another player of your choice. This combination of cards is treated as a single word for the remainder of the quest and cannot be divided.
Okay. I'm going to combine Marmandry, which means a thing that cannot be remembered. An unreachable memory. And I think I'm going to give that to, it to Lark.
Okay. That real quick.
And just, if y'all are fine with this, I do think in the coming here and being made tangible, we do not remember the siege.
Okay.
That memory becomes lost to us. We just have the aftermath of what we are and what happened, and the exhaustion and expense of our words, which actually we get some of our words back because of that problem.
We're getting, all
pretty
of
much
these,
everything
except the ones used at the very end,
come
back. Yeah, works for me. And then just make sure to mark down Marmandry, its meaning. And we'll go ahead and reclaim. Take back your discarded cards as if nothing ever happened.
As if nothing ever happened.
And then, Summer, you get to keep that location card. Pick it up, keep it, discard the problem, and your turn ends.
Thank fuck it's over. Oh my god.
So that's why we started with this huge epic battle. This was just the prologue.
This was the prologue. We were setting it up, weren't we?
It all makes sense.
Sick.
Honestly, kind of sick.
Love that. All right, and then it's my turn. Let's see where we go next.
I would watch this movie or show or whatever the hell this is.
I would too.
Soul Forge crafts both ancient and new. I think this is the Mapmaker's first workshop, where they created the veil between life and death. It's a cave deep beneath the earth, I think, with a sort of eerie bioluminescent pool, and an island in the center, and all around are the shuffles and moans of half-formed beings, half alive, half dead. None of them a full being, whether that is their body or their soul, just shreds and tatters the remainder of the Mapmaker's work. And I think this is just maybe we're here to find some key information.
Sure. Doing some intel hunting on the Mapmaker.
Yeah. And so
oh my god, I was born here.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you were made. How does Freddie Thatcher feel about being here? What's it like for her?
It would be the same feeling as if you went back to your childhood home and stood in the nursery where you first were brought and nothing had changed. She runs her hands along the pieces of the creatures that had not been fully made and feels kind of an echo of like a memory of something of like before, right? Like the before she existed as a creature, a living being thing. And it feels bittersweet and sad and strange to be here.
I think I'm going to draw a problem. That's good for
Do
y'all.
it.
What happens?
Absolutely.
The crystal blight.
Wow.
Oh. I think so. We're looking for information on the Mapmaker's early work, right? What drives them? What discoveries did they make? What do they know? And I think we uncover we stumble upon the remains of another experiment, a process to crystallize the world.
Ooh.
I think it's the Mapmaker's first pass at it, and where this crystal spreads. Nothing never changed. All like processes stop. Time ceases to exist. It just crystallizes in a permanent form.
Everything's in stasis.
Yeah, and I think we see these crystals that are slowly growing along the walls of the cave, seeking to break out into the world beyond. Let's stop that.
Yeah. Feels like it's dangerous to be around that too long, too, probably.
I'd rather not touch that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Rune back, which is magics from the dawn of existence, and I feel like this is a great neutralizer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sort of, I'm committing it here as a helping word to almost cancel out the blight.
Sure.
How do we use treasures?
Treasures. You may spend a treasure to combine a discarded word with one of the words in your hand.
Ooh.
Or you can hold on to them for the end of the quest.
Attune is the only discarded word, right?
Currently, yes, which is
What's it
Scouring
mean?
Heat.
Scouring Heat. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the word enos, which means to reveal, and I'm doing this to reveal a weakness within the make of the crystal.
Mm.
To reveal something about its true nature that will make it easier for us to destroy.
Cool. I think I'm gonna use hey, which means life. And I think kind of the obvious answer here is to sort of reawaken the things that have been held into this not living, not dead kind of stasis to sort of wake everything up and get things moving again within the areas of the crystal.
Ooh, fun.
All right. I have a name I'm happy with. Thus begins the verse of Enos and Heirun. And I conjure up this primordial magic, as does Lark, bringing forth this pure life, and the two mingle together into this roiling, boiling, bubbling magical force. As I think we see flowers and bugs and small birds spring forth, from made from whole cloth out of this energy, and our small manufactured friend Freddie Thatcher sees something almost kindred in the crystal that spreads here, sees the touch of the Mapmaker in the heart of this force, and reveals it to us as we bring these ancient forces to bear on the crystal, and we'll see what happens. Ooh.
Wow.
Very close. I do get a treasure.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the problem is solved only partially or temporarily. I think. Ooh! I have an idea. As we cast these energies into the crystal, these magics from the dawn of existence blend with the Mapmaker's will for preservation, and the two utterly annihilate each other.
Ooh.
But that will to crystallize the world isn't the only thing that she put into the blight. That seed of creation, of making something real, that remains and is infused with the power of life. And as the crystals shatter and recede and pull back to their origin source at this small nook in the cave, we see a small creature that looks similar to Freddie Thatcher, but made entirely of this pink crystal. And this creature looks at us afraid and confused and runs away into the caverns.
We can't adopt this child?
Sister, come back. That's going to be bad.
Right.
That's going to be an issue. We got to get that back.
Yeah, we should probably find that kid.
Oopsie.
At some point.
What was Enos again? It was Revelation?
No, Enos was reveal.
Reveal, yeah. And with life or magics from the dawn of existence. I'm gonna go with Rune Enos, revealing magics from the dawn of existence.
Ooh.
And I am going to gift that to Lark. Has already received a word, yes?
Yes.
But I'm going to give that to Freddie Thatcher.
Okay.
Here you go, kid. Magic from the dawn of time.
Revealing magic from the dawn of time.
Yes, revealing magics from the dawn of existence. And I get to keep Soulforge.
I guess I'll take those.
Yep, take them. They're yours. And
Sweet.
yes, it's your turn.
All right. I draw a location.
C. Ooh.
Susurrant spore fields. Strange denizens. Okay. So I think we make our way out of... I think we chase our way through that Soulforge area, trying to find that little pink creature, and failing to do so. But we emerge on the other side of it into this vast field of many colored plants, and that sort of are just releasing all of these little dazzling, gleaming spores out and about. And we hear sort of a murmuring or a low drone kind of a song that is fairly pleasing to hear. And when we look down, we can see that it's not just plants sort of swaying in this breeze. We see small creatures living amongst them. And they all sort of regard us with a vague curiosity, but maybe not surprise.
Okay. What kinds of creatures are these? Are they like animals or like plant beings, mushroom people?
I'm feeling like they look a little plant-like. Like we might almost mistake them for fae at very first, but they seem to be much more like plant-like, and probably a little... Some of them look more myconid, some of them look a little more like the plants and the fauna or the flora that are here. But they're all definitely sort of the same kind of thing. And they're probably quite small. Like we could pick them up and hold them in our hand.
Oh yeah.
And they are everywhere. And rapidly approaching, starting to sort of gather around us and babbling, and we cannot understand them.
They just reach up and they say, Pikmin.
Yeah. That was a murmur noise.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't even know what the problem is yet, but I know what I'm going to do.
All right. I'm in.
Okay. Problem time?
Sure.
Problem time.
Okay.
Ancient One's judgment.
Just some little guys, and then the Ancient One's judgment.
Just some little guys and the Ancient One watching over them. No big deal.
All right. Who was affected by this problem and why? Why are we in a unique position to solve it?
I think it is not the strange denizens problem. I think it is very much our problem, because I think as we are interacting with these little creatures and sort of trying to get our bearings and maybe try to communicate with them, we hear just a thunderous kind of rhythm, and a shadow sort of comes over us, and there is a great beast of some kind. I think that is it. It's like both plant and creature, where it's just sort of this big, like, it looks like it's covered in both hair that sort of evolves into vines and roots, and it sort of picks itself up and looms over us with deadly pointy antlers. And there are many of these little creatures all over it as well. And it regards us with suspicion. And we get immediately the sense, it doesn't speak, but we immediately get the sense that we do not belong here. It is trying to drive us away.
Okay.
We gotta convince it or...
Something?
Yeah. We could convince it or kill it and lord over it, you know, depending on our vibe.
Well, I knew what I was going to do from the beginning, and you started doing blah, 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 blah for little guys, which I'm going to contribute my word tati, which means communicate.
Ooh, yeah. Talk to the little guys.
Okay, talk to them and be like, we mean you no harm. Communicate with them. You know, in their language. To tell them that we mean them and their ancient ones, we mean them no harm.
Such
We're here to save your world. What are you doing?
Well, just the ones that I still have are very violent.
Oh.
I'm like, we're good guys, don't shoot. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to cleave them in two.
I'm going to come in with Telia, which means song. So I think I'm going to sort of join with that and try to like sing, like pick up on their song and join their song in hopes that it will bring some of that understanding and allow us to communicate.
I got it.
Prove out that we don't mean harm. We're chill. We're good.
Yeah. I'm going to commit piercing rays as a hindering word. No. I am using Hef, blinding brilliance. And I'm going to go ahead and interpret this liberally. To be applying there's this like awe-inspiring intensity to the sun, right? That it is so overpowering that it cannot be ignored. And I think that essence is what I am committing here to this attempt at communication. That we gleam with a sunlit power, and stand almost as gods before the Ancient One, to meet it on its own level.
Yeah, we're putting on a dazzling show.
Yeah, and the musical number starts here.
Yes,
amazing.
All right. I think we're gonna go do. We're gonna say Tati Keftilia for like we're attempting to communicate a brilliant song, or song of brilliance kind of thing. So thus begins the verse of Tati Keftilia. Help me, how does Freddie's essence of communication work into this?
I imagine that it is less of a direct kind of communication and more of a vibe. More of a it's a nonverbal form of communication, right? Like it's putting herself on their level, kneeling down and allowing them to kind of be.
She's matching their energy.
Yeah, and to understand her essence is not the same as because I think that part of the problem is she carries a bit of that Mapmaker energy with her, but to be even though I live with a dog and I might smell like a dog, I'm not a dog, right? You can see I don't mean you harm. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so I think though they can't directly understand us, Freddie crouches down and sort of tries to convey to these little creatures that we are friends. And Lark begins to weave a song, starting with theirs, kind of weaving a melody over it in an old language that picking up pieces of what they are hearing, and they begin to sort of sing for the Ancient One this song and get the others to sort of join in and just to see as sort of that brilliance starts to kind of suffuse the fields around us, sort of rippling out ripples on a lake. and things begin to bloom, perhaps. More spores, which I'm sure is good for them. Yeah. And then we all got allergies. All right. And I roll 3d6?
Yep. We're all helping. We're all trying our best out here. We need to start fucking people up because that's how we're going to move. Yay!
Let's go!
Yay!
If there is at least 1 6 on a helping die, the party wins without a cost, and the current player describes a full and permanent solution.
Yay! That's our first one.
Yup.
Yay! We needed that win. Yeah, I think this is the big musical number of the thing for sure. We sort of see that song ripple out, and things just begin to bloom and grow, and like this little sort of flat field of small plants kind of blooms upward into more of an ancient forest, and we sort of see the ancient one actually sort of get more color coming upon their person, and almost being revitalized. I think because this was so close to the Soul Forge, it was fueling the Mapmaker's works. And that's why the Ancient One was so suspicious of any outsiders coming in from that direction. We have proven our friendship. In fact, we've done better. We revived this space.
Hell yeah.
The little guys are crawling all over us. They're real happy.
Yeah, little guys. Can we bring like one of them with us?
Yeah.
Yay.
We have a little friend.
Oh yeah, you get a treasure actually. Also,
yeah, you do.
I forgot to mention you get to claim a treasure.
Yeah, I'd say that feels like the treasure. The Ancient One bestows one of their little children onto us, and we have a little buddy.
I'm gonna be really sad when you use that treasure now.
I know.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, I got a little sporling.
And then you can combine 2 words and gift them to the other player.
All right. I think we'll go Tilia and Tati, or Tati Tilia. Song of, or like communication of song, and I will give that to Justicia. You need some words, I think.
Okay.
I teach you a song.
I like that. I think there's something like soothing about it that reminds Justicia of the night. Song of, or is it communication of song?
Yeah.
Okay. And take Susurrant Spore Fields, and Summer, it is your turn once more.
Oh, what?
Oh my god, me? Wow. I never thought we'd get here. Oh, cute. Foothill Village.
Man, we started real dark and it's just getting a little bit better.
Yeah. We needed that prologue.
Light. Yeah. Because we know what we're up against now. We know the foe.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen the foe and how bad it can be.
Now we have to see the cost of losing.
Yeah.
Foothill Village. This is it's like the Shire, right? Like it is a small, rolling, wonderful place that has not yet known the touch of the Mapmaker, despite its proximity. I think, the Ancient One was protecting, in a way, this place, acting as kind of a wall between the Mapmaker and this little village. And I think this is a home to many different little sentient creatures, I imagine them as like, actually, you know what it is? They're badgers. I think that this is a village of sentient talking
Let's go.
little
The
badgers.
wind in the willows of it all.
Yeah. And we see them in their like burrows, right? We see them in their little homes and the baby badgers like playing all together. And it's a very whimsical place that has a feeling of safety and like preciousness to it. And I think with that, we've got that the memory of the song and like the joy of the little guys with us. And I think like we see we need to name little guy, but we see like little guy with you, Lark, running through the like goes and scampers off to go play with the badger children.
Yeah.
As we are, you know, brought into this very peaceful and calm place. But there's an issue. There's a problem.
Uh-oh, what's the problem?
I'm going to find out.
Lusali, the corrupted hero.
Oh no.
I think we spend some time here in this wonderful village, and it winds down into the evening when all of the badgers are gathering for like essentially like what seems to be a nightly community meal where they come together on these like large well set tables, and you know the dinner and the plates are all brought out, and the badgers sit around and talk about their days and tell old stories, and there's a deep sense of community and belonging, and we are welcomed in with open arms. But I think that there is a very intense shift in the air that the three of us are acutely aware of, and we see even the badgers kind of reflected less acutely than the three of us, but notice the shift in the atmosphere as we all kind of instinctually turn towards the horizon from the direction which we came from, the ancient one, and we see a battle wounded warrior who I think, though we do not know it, us as like the characters, the audience recognizes this was one of the faces of the people that we saw fighting in the siege. The
Is it one of
battle.
the Fae?
I think it's a man. I think it's a human.
Okay.
But we see the effects of the Edge of Infinity and what that did to him, right? And it changed him. It warped him somehow, right? His spirit within has been corrupted. And we can feel it kind of leaking out of him, and we see it staining the ground where he walks as black, and we smell the sulfur of the dragons it like wafting off of him, the remnants of the mists of the river clinging to him, this kind of red putrid energy that radiates off of him, and the vibes get really dark and really bad very quickly. And I think it's even reflected in the light, right? Like the deep, like beautiful red, like crimson sunset becomes this bloody thing that he kind of brings with him, this dark aura. We gotta handle that.
Yeah,
this guy is killing the vibe of the party. We've got to get him out.
He's going to corrupt this place. Like every step he takes is going to further corrupt. And we have to. We gotta do something about it. We gotta get him out.
All right. What are we thinking?
I'm going to use Runinos, which is I'm going to reveal magic from the dawn of existence that will remove the corruption from this man, separating him essentially from. I'm trying to find the origin of the magic within him. I'm trying to reveal.
I like it.
Reveal that.
I think I am gonna commit Marmandry, unreachable memory. I think I'm going to try to sing to get him to recall who he was before he was changed. Make him remember why he really began. Like why he was a hero.
Yeah. A hero among men.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him.
The leader of the great fleet. You're going to hinder? Are you helping or are you hindering?
I'm
just
helping.
Gonna kill him?
The sweet mercy of a swift death is how I am helping. I'm committing Za, which means piercing rays, which I think is literally like
you're just gonna nuke him with the sun?
Spears of sunlight.
Okay.
We're out here like, remember who you were. Remember the old magic. Nah, just die, man.
I am a vengeful god.
All right. All right there, bud. We see what you're doing.
Cool.
Okay. I'm going to... Okay, and thus begins the verse of Marmandry and Za Ruinos. We come at him with all sorts of different tactics, I think. I think that...
Is this like we come at him all at once, or do we try a thing and then someone else tries a thing?
I think that these are things that happen... I think that these are things that happen subtly because we are at peace in this place. And we are essentially setting up a boundary that says you are not permitted to cross into this place as you are, right? And so I think that the gesture of this is very searching and gentle. Like I don't see this like, yes, pierced by sunlight is a violent thing, but I mean that's it's in the same way that like sunlight pierces stained glass. Like we're kind of revealing an aspect of this man. And we see, the song
cutting through the corruption, not necessarily the man.
Exactly. And I think we see, we hear your song go up, and in that kind of song, like that's where Freddie begins to find, having learned this word, right? Revealing magic from the dawn of existence, kind of begins to tentatively like push that magic out toward him on the winds like that are carrying this song up the hills to him. And we see the last rays of like the sun begin to shine, and we see them like cut through like his hair, and we see them cut through the mists that surround him, and even like the cracks within himself that like reveal this fissure of this corruption and this brokenness, like they shine through, and we are kind of left with like the silhouette of this man, and he's shining with like a hero's light in that moment. And it is a sight to behold. Let's roll and see what the fuck happens.
And
hopefully it sticks.
Wow. The worst it could be. And the worst it could be.
Woo.
Wow. Beautiful for one moment, and then
the party wins, but they do so at a cost.
It is a moment of glory and radiant beauty just for a moment, and then he is gone. Like he's completely obliterated. And I think there is a very somber nature to the end of what was once a great hero among men. This kind of unceremonious removal from the world. And it feels sad. I think it introduces a very somber air. And I think that, what was once this very peaceful and wonderful gathering it feels like a funeral. And the badgers slowly get up from dinner and take their little badger families and return to their homes until it's just the three of us sitting at this table. And I think slowly, like, Freddie gets up and goes over to the spot where the man stood, this great hero, this corrupted hero, and it's desecrated ground. There is an impression of his feet where he stood when the memory of what he was and the magic from the dawn of time and the sunlight unmade him. And it's just this kind of dark energy that will always cling to this place where he stood.
Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What do you want to combine?
Oh my God. Fuck.
You can combine combined words.
I know. Okay. Fuck. What was Za again? The specific meaning of Za?
Piercing rays.
I think I'm going to combine Za with Marmandry. Marmandry Za. And the meaning of this word is to be pierced by what was lost. So like the kind of aching feeling of remembering like grief and loss.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give that to Justicia.
Cool.
Because I feel like you identify with that.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Armandrina. Pierce with what was lost. I'm imagining that it's literally like it's the spear itself.
Yeah.
That once gleaming spear is now suffused with that unrecoverable memory, that void, and it turns into a pure black ray.
Yikes.
That Justicia carries. Gladly.
Cool.
All right. And Rune Enos goes to who committed that one? Had that.
I
Not
did.
Me.
Okay. Rune Enos goes to your discard pile then. And it remains combined. Then Summer, you can take Foothill Village.
My little village.
And it's my turn again. Time to take us somewhere that will definitely not have us ruining a vibe. Tower of the First Mage, the Weight of Legacy.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be a real downer.
Okay,
do it.
Well, that's fine.
I feel like we had a moment and then the vibe shifted anyway, so.
Yeah. Tower of the First Mage is an old crumbling stone spire. The surface is covered in dust. And I think the first mage was a human, just a normal mortal person, who was whispered the secrets of magic by the night long, long ago. And in the darkness, night brought mankind the power to change the world, to control the flow of this liquid existence and make wonders. But of course, mortals don't live forever. So in time, the first mage passed on what they knew the second mage, so on and so forth. And only this tower remains of them. And for Justicia, there are small signs of the nights passing through this place. Peculiarities in the depth of a shadow, or the glint of not yet rusted metal that speak to a being now gone, or beings now gone even, and reminds her of this stolen power that now roils inside her and inside her armaments, and the way that grief pulls her down. And with that, let's have a problem.
Oh.
The faith of the people. Roll an additional helping die for each time the party has won without a cost. An additional hindering die for each time the party has lost.
So 1 win, 2 losses?
I think so.
1 win, 1 loss.
Or is it just one? Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
At
1
least one loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
back even.
I think as we are leaving this place, there is a gathering of mortals outside. And I think they have all been touched in some way by the machinations of the Mapmaker. Whether they have seen the wonder of the home they know turned sterile and cold and unchanging, or whether their friends and family members and loved ones were conscripted into the Mapmaker's army. And they come to us seeking reassurance. They want to know that they can believe in us, that they can put their faith in our quest, that either their vengeance will be served, or their homes restored, or just that their world won't be defined by this one being. And as we stand before them, we hear our failures and our successes cast back at us like stones, including a siege we don't remember. I know what I'm committing, which is Tati Tilia, communication of song.
Very nice.
I am committing Han, which is to conceal, and I am concealing any doubt or fear that might pass through our party, doubt in ourselves and our mission, to make us seem as though we are like heroes of legend, to make our flaws unseen, basically.
What is Freddie doing to do that?
A jig. I
just dancing.
We're legendary heroes. You can trust us.
I think she looks the most human out of the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
She steps in front, and it's kind of the same way with the little guys, right? She steps in front and kind of talks with them as like their sister or daughter, and kind of moves among the people to show them like we are on the same team, right? We are you, like we want the warmth restored to your homes, and kind of is meeting them where they're at, right? Talking among the people, moving among them, to conceal from any, masking her own feelings as well. and the doubt that she feels.
Ooh. I don't think Lark is taking this well, for once is not going to be raising his voice in a song. I'm committing Tirm, silence.
See.
He can't bring himself to sing when there are things that they are both that we're both being lauded for and then also accused of. So I will be hindering.
Okay. You're hindering. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
He just wants to get out of here, man.
Put On and Tirm together here. Concealing silence. And thus begins the verse of Tatitilia and Hantirm. Yeah, I think Justicia feels this song of like connection well up inside her, remembering what was taught by Lark, and she lets it out over the crowd. And the jeers turn to gasps. And there's a moment where there's like a pause in the clamor where Freddie can speak up in favor in representing our group and our quest. Put our best foot forward. And there's a murmur, I think, of mixed agreement and dissent. And then someone points to Lark. And says, you know, how can such profane power be our salvation?
Yeah.
And
how indeed.
We see Lark step forward and silence falls over everyone. The silence of fear. And I'm going to roll.
Wow. So we lose, I guess.
We do. Oh, wait. I forgot. I have to roll bonus die.
Oh, yeah. 1d4, 1d6.
Alas, we lose. I get another treasure.
Treasure, though.
And Jess also gets a treasure.
Okay.
I don't think we did the looking at the next card thing for previous loss.
Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't.
That's fine. We will do it here.
Yeah.
All right, Jess, you're in the driver's seat now.
Oh gosh, okay.
If no helping dice show a 6 and there's at least 1 4 on a hindering die, which there is, the party loses and all hindering players claim a treasure. You describe the consequences of that failure so long as those consequences would not end the quest prematurely.
Okay. Yeah, I think that silence descends as all eyes sort of turn to Lark, who has been trying to be silent and sort of shrink into an unnoticeable state, was the goal of why he was not speaking up. But I think people start sort of declaring their curses, and it turns from people questioning us to openly trying to drive us away. And I think at that point, perhaps a stray stone or something lands at Freddie, and doesn't do any lasting harm, but, you know, it's enough to rile him, and I think Lark then does sort of summon up a song that is quite frightening and unlike anything the rest of you have heard them do before. And it sort of summons up these shadows and things and attempts to sort of drive these people back enough, but it kind of doesn't have the intended effect, and we ultimately have to flee the space. And now they definitely do not think well of us because Lark just proved them all right. And I will take the treasure. I don't know. I don't have an idea for that yet.
Just make a note.
Yeah. I think it's probably like he sees something as we're fleeing and just like snatches it up.
The treasure of Borking power.
Yeah.
All right, what am I going to combine? Tyrm with silence. I mean, Tyrm and Han go very well together.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. Concealing silence. And I'm going to give that to our rogue. To Freddie Thatcher. Go ahead and snag that. Go discard. This gets discarded. I keep the Tower of the First Mage. And Summer. It's your go.
Wait, is it?
No, not Summer. Jess.
I was like,
I came after Summer. Jess, it's your turn. Jesus.
I can't hear Summer.
Sorry. I accidentally drew the card, so I just put it down for you. That's yours.
That's fine.
Oh, you also get to, because you hindered and we successfully lost, you get to look at the next problem.
Okay.
So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal this to you.
Okay. This is that thing we kept not doing.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to deal this to you, and then you get to either discard it or hold on to it and play it when it's problem time.
Okay. We're keeping that. That's fun.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm scared.
All right. Where are we?
So I think we flee these people, and we flee far and fast until we ultimately find our way down into these deep caves. And in this vast opening of this underground are just innumerable pools, each sort of glowing with a different bioluminescent color. And in that space, there's a lone figure, hooded and cloaked and fairly ragged looking, that rises up from the pools and sort of observes us. And allows us to rest. They can see that we are a bit low, a bit tattered, a bit worn. And they invite us to choose a pool and drink from it.
Okay.
With no further preamble, no instructions.
Great.
Just a follow your heart, choose one and drink. Does anybody go first?
Oh yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll take a sippy.
I take a sip.
Pick a color, any color.
Yeah.
Justicia chooses black.
Okay.
Shocking. I know.
I
an Oathbreaker paladin is what you are.
find
I don't know. She's been pretty dedicated to her oath.
Oh, true. She's
shimmering,
just going more goth.
I'm going with a shimmering mossy green.
Ooh.
Having a season 2 arcane Mel Medarda sort of thing.
There you go. I think Lark finds one that is sort of a brilliant pale blue, and looks within it. And as we each look within it, Justicia, you look into this dark black pool.
Oh no.
And as you are about to drink,
oh no,
I'm drawing the problem.
Oh Jesus.
I think you see the face of Night. Or whom you think is the face of Night.
Of the Demon Queen.
But it is in fact not your lover. It is someone playing pretend.
Okay.
And beckoning you to drink. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you
do? Jesus, I don't know. So I'm being deceived by the Demon Queen here is the problem.
Yeah. She wants you to drink from this
just getting her tendrils
and,
into my noggin.
Yep.
I mean, I think the most interesting thing is that, Justicia falls for it.
Okay. Cool.
Sure.
All right.
And looks back up from the pool with like rivulets of black liquid running from her mouth and eyes as she looks back at the party and sees the sun and moon.
Oh no. Awesome. Great. Fine. Good. Fine.
I'm going to be playing Im, which means divide. I am trying to divide you from the Demon Queen's influence.
Yeah. I like it.
How am I doing that though? I imagine like because I'm Samwise Gamgee too. Like I'm the rogue, but I'm also Samwise Gamgee. I carry herbs and food and things that hold no flavor for me anymore, but might be helpful. And I find one that would make you throw up essentially. And I come over and I whisper these magic words onto the herb to come put them into your mouth. Obviously, you see us as the enemy now, though, so you're probably hostile towards us, but that's what I'm trying to do.
I'm going to play fear, and I think that means heart. I think similar to what I tried to do with the corrupted hero, I'm going to raise my voice in song again and sort of sing of the things you've told us of your love, and like remind you of the truth and the heart of it all, so that you can maybe start to see through the deception.
What was hay again? Piercing light? Oh, life. Hay was life.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just trying to decide if I want to use a treasure. I think I'll leave it. It's fine.
Hey, this would be such a prime opportunity for me to hinder.
Yeah, true.
Sure would.
But I'm not going to.
Okay.
I found a way forward. I am going to commit Ba, the essence holding gem, which Justicia used to capture the essence of the sun, and which in this moment could potentially capture the essence of the Demon Queen.
Okay.
On accident.
Awesome. All right. Sure. We're basically trying to fight to reveal that you've been tricked and get you to cough up the icky nasty.
Yeah.
And perhaps the gem will capture it. I feel like this order is correct. I'm not going to change it.
Great.
So yeah, thus begins the verse of Firimba. And I guess we'll roll to see what happens as we join forces against our friend to kick the demon out of her. Maybe. So
3d6.
3d6. No!
You do get a treasure.
Okay.
You get a treasure, but the problem is solved only partially or temporarily.
I eat. Oh my god, roll 20. Stop it. Go away. The roller kept popping out. Ooh, okay. I think, you tell me, Dylan, how much do we crack past this like illusion for Justicia? Like, we are actively fighting you, but also trying to sort of get you to remember, and then getting you to sort of cough up this corrosive essence.
Yeah. I think what I would propose is that the herbs work.
Mm-hmm.
And Justicia vomits up this vile, inky fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing this song from Lark stirs Justicia's heart, and makes apparent the differences between this influence, the corruption of the Demon Queen, and the truth of night. And perhaps even that energy is kept in the essence holding gem.
Sure. I think we see that ichor kind of like spill to the floor, and then it sort of crawls into the gem and sort of sweeps over it, and then is pulled inside of it, and it just goes inky black.
But I almost feel like either some small bit of the corruption remains in Justicia, or Justicia can't let go, like can't stop obsessing over the gem and what it contains.
Yeah, I think your call. I think you can't necessarily part from the gem, and it is definitely still like that corruption is basically always inches away from you, and is always trying to tempt you. Like you've been,
or
more or less.
Lark could take the gem, and that could be your treasure.
Oh, sure. Nope, we're gonna keep this away from you.
Yeah. But Justicia still hears the whispers and feels the call.
Yeah, I think so. We see Justicia sort of standing there a bit dazed, looking at the gem, and I think Lark picks up on what's going on and quickly snatches it, whilst Freddy like checks and makes sure you're still okay. And the black pool is empty now.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, yeah.
What you want to combine?
Okay. Remind me what Im is?
Divide.
Okay. And Ba was the essence holding gem.
Do like heart divided.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That works. Heart divided. Well, we'll gift that to Freddy, I think.
Awesome.
Is it fear Im or Im fear?
Fear Im.
Yeah. Got it.
You get to take chromatic pools, and now it's Summer's turn.
Now I go.
Coo. And I have treasure.
Anvil Falls.
Unnecessary trade.
We are, I think, after this, we have like basically a montage of lots of walking and moving and traveling. And we travel through these many different, both fantastical and very mortal and plain realms, places that have been touched by the Mapmaker's hand and places that haven't yet been. And we eventually come to this grand city that is built into a cliffside hidden behind a waterfall. And we are low on supplies. It has been a very long time since we have been in a place of so abundant civilization. And we need to kind of restock. And I think also plan our next move. I think that we've been kind of drifting, looking for answers of how we're going to defeat the Mapmaker, but we haven't had a lot of concrete progress in how we're going to do that. And so we come to this place with that being our primary intention. We obviously, like, we carry many different treasures with us at this point. And I think that we see, I imagine that Freddie's probably the one who does most of the shopping. Freddie is basically bartering and going, and like people are like after the treasures that we carry and that kind of thing. And essentially she's trying to finagle to get us the supplies that we need without parting with anything too dire. But eventually we come to one, a vendor who is, seems to be a person who repairs armor. Like some kind of metal worker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she, upon looking at us, gets this kind of glint in her eye and suggests to us that she has an answer that we need for our journey, which we have not made clear to these people. And there is an air of mystery to her and something else, something extra that reminds us of the intangible edge of infinity. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the problem.
Alrighty. Bitter rivalry.
Okay.
I have a suggestion if you don't have an idea.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Which is that this is the sister of the Mapmaker.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What's your idea?
No, I like your idea.
Okay.
I was thinking similar.
We sense this kind of moment. What's their name? I think to the people here, like she's known as Render, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like one who rends, right?
Yeah. Sure.
And Render essentially is in a kind of unknown but fierce competition with her sister. The two of them having been pitted against each other. I think like they're kind of two sides of the same coin. Like they want similar things. But basically we're being offered a devil's bargain right now, that we have information, but we would be in the employ of a rivaling power to the Mapmaker if we were to take this information. And I think the problem is just how do we get this information without selling our souls to the devil, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, what does she actually want? Like, what is her ultimate goal?
Yeah. Is this a situation where maybe one of them seeks to crystallize the world as it is and the other seeks to unmake it?
Yeah.
Like to reduce it.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them want to create an unchanging state of equilibrium, but one of them wants pure entropy and one of them wants pure order.
One of them wants.
Yeah, but I think it's like, can we deduce that, I think is the problem. Like, can we get the information we seek without agreeing to essentially become agents of the end of everything, right?
Ooh.
I have 2 words, and I know which one I am using.
I know which one I'm using.
I only have 1 word left.
I have a wicked blade.
Cool.
I don't trust this person.
Yeah.
I got death.
We got death, we got a wicked blade.
All I got's death.
And I've got a heart divided. And I think I'm going to be hindering in this.
Oh. Okay.
It is my own heart that is divided.
Oh no. Okay.
So
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I place a hand on Justicia's shoulder and sing a dirge of death to empower. Whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, thus begins the verse of Deslote and Fearim. And
so anyway, I started stabbing.
Anyway, so you've got a literal death blade, by the way.
Yeah. You got a one kill blade.
And I think like we've been pulled into kind of the interior of the shop, right? Into one of the back rooms where essentially in this moment, Render has made herself known to us in her state, and we feel that power. And we have the 2 of you who immediately say, this is a threat that needs to be silenced immediately. And then we have Freddie who says, but what if?
But what if?
But what if this is information?
What if she could help?
Unless.
What if she could help? Unless. And so we're going to roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so I get some treasure. And you guys are successful.
You do get treasure. You get treasure. We win, but at a cost.
Yeah.
Sure.
How's the problem solved, either partially or temporarily?
She is temporarily unmade.
We punt her out of the existence.
She is a being of
moment.
unmaking. You are reducing her to her natural state.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
And essentially what we've done is we've scattered her essence for a moment, but that will not stop her or slow her down.
Sure.
And I think the other problem that it introduces is this kind of not the shakiness of Freddie's resolve. It's kind of revealed that to the 2 of you. Yeah. She is unmade in that moment, and the essence of her power is removed from the space that we are in, but we hear, like, we feel the echoes of her around us, and we sense that she will return. And Freddie feels doubt in her heart.
Cool.
Dispelled for now, TM.
Yeah.
The black gem chuckles, and we all hear it.
I am going to combine Fearim and Lotte. I'm gonna bring this to the fucking front. Oh, thank you. Which is, I think it's gonna mean a blade that cuts through desire.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Lark. Lark has no cards.
Oh boy.
That's good.
I've transitioned to Sword Bard.
Okay.
Into this. Go there.
Then it is Summer Take Anvil Falls, and then I think it's my turn.
Yeah. sword that cuts through desire itself.
So cool. I think my favorite thing about playing Spoken Legends is the like weird and incredible artifacts that get created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lake of Glass, revealing reflection.
Great.
We leave Anvil Falls and follow the river downstream, restocked but somewhat shaken, I think. And as the river winds, we sink deeper and deeper into our doubts and our misgivings. Justicia is still consumed by the temptation offered by the Demon Queen, that tempting lie. Freddie is questioning what we did in Anvil Falls and whether we made the right call. And I think, Lark, you are haunted by the look in the people's eyes as they ran us away from the Tower of the First Mage. And I think as we reflect on these, we each realize something about ourselves. I think for Justicia, it is a case of she knew that she went on this with the goal, or on this quest with the goal of bringing back the night. And I think she's finding that in this noble goal, there are much baser emotions at play. That there is a fear and a loneliness and a rage that runs in an undercurrent beneath her quest for justice. What about the other two? What do they realize? What do you realize about yourself?
I think as Lark is passing by and seeing the faces of those people that drove them off, Lark sort of comes to the realization that everything he's done up to now has been done out of that same fear, a fear of himself and that prophecy that was said pretty much from day one. And outside of that, he doesn't know what else there is. He hasn't let himself feel a different way about what he does.
Freddie has this kind of deep realization that she has been a pawn in every story that she's been a part of. From her creation under the Mapmaker to her part in Brom Wilder's great adventure. She was a supporting character who was acting outside of herself for others, and she wonders if that's what she's doing now. Is she part of some scheme or some grander design that she is unaware of? Because of some deep desire to make things right in a world that is being ruined and changed at the hands of the person who created her. But there's also this feeling of, is that what they want from me? Is that what she has designed within me? Am I just another pawn, like in this on this chessboard of this great war that's being fought? And it is a question that she cannot have an answer to. She cannot know. It is concealed from her.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna draw a problem.
I guess we'll have a problem now.
The way is blocked. And with that, we're actually going to take a quick break. We're going to step away for a few minutes to refresh on water and take care of our human bodies. And then when we get back, we'll find out what this problem means in detail and what we do to address it. See you all soon. And we're back. Did you miss us? The way is blocked. The way is blocked. The way is blocked. I think I know what this means. So each of us is lost in these reflections as we reach the shores of this perfectly still lake. But waiting for us is a small crystalline figure. This thing, this not Freddy, that was made both by the Mapmaker and by us. And it will not let us pass. It has, I think, given in to the influence of the Mapmaker. And we see a little bit of what it would look like if Freddy weren't on our side. I only have one word. And so I am going to be using that. That is Marmandrisha, is to pierce with what was lost.
Cool.
I'm going to be giving Esk, which is the one word I have not used yet, which is sneak. We're going to just avoid the problem and sneak around it.
I have one word, and it is also a sword.
Oh, no. Right.
Yeah. I have Lotfirim, which is a sword which cuts desire, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, it can cut through desire itself.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. What was hay again?
Life.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to think if I can do a last minute combination here to make this less brutal. I don't think so.
We don't have to cut the child.
Well,
we're just bringing weapons.
Yeah, we're just attacking. We're attacking the thing.
What if we attack the lake?
Attack the lake. What if? I think your sword that, or the wicked blade that cuts desire, could be used in a non-murderous fashion.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time. Oh, I've got it. This thing's made out of crystal. It's not like, it's not a human being. It's not gonna like bleed out and die. We can stab it and have it be okay. So I think the idea here is, I should arrange the words. These are some long ass words.
Yeah. This is a whole sentence.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Thus begins the verse of Marmandrisha and Lotfirim before Esk. the two of us, Lark and Justicia, step forward with our weapons in hand. Justicia with the pure black spear of loss and longing, and pierces this crystallized pseudo Freddy with flooding them with all of that loss, sort of showing why Justicia is here and what the Mapmaker and their ilk have wrought on the world. And then with this desire severing blade, Lark, you attempt, we'll see how the dice go, you attempt to sever the Mapmaker's tendrils, the Mapmaker's influence from this creature. And hopefully that gives us an opportunity to sneak away.
Fingers crossed.
Well, sort of. I sure do have a lot of treasures.
Did the roll come through? It didn't come through for me.
It didn't come through for me either.
It's there for me.
Did you private roll?
There for chat. I did. Sorry, we have a home game that we were just playing in last night, and I have gotten into the terrible habit of GM rolling. It's a 3, a 5, and a 1.
Okay,
cool.
A 3, a 5, and a 1.
Whoopsie.
I think it works in the sense that I don't think this thing sees you, Freddy. I think you are sneaky enough that it has no idea you're even here. And I think Lark cuts away the desire to follow the Mapmaker from it. And I flood it with this sorrow, and it is consumed by loss.
Oof.
And it falls to its crystalline knees at the shore of the Lake of Glass. And it does not block us any longer, but we have done no great mercy in dispatching it. So yeah. Oops. But good job, team. It's fine. We'll fix it later, maybe. And with that, does anybody have a word still? Freddy does. Okay.
I do, yeah.
So I get to combine some words. Let's be real. I'm combining Lotfirum and Esk. Because
a sneaky wicked blade that severs desire.
Yes. I think actually what it is the wicked blade that severs hidden desire.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Lark's turn next.
Yep.
So I think I'm just giving that shit back to Lark.
Okay. The blade got powered up.
So wicked blade that what?
That severs hidden desires.
Ooh, great. What if I stabbed us? Escalotfirum, you said?
Yes, Escalotfirum.
Okay. All right. Taking. Don't forget to take your location.
Oh yeah. You're right. It's mine. You can't have it. The way is no longer blocked.
Well,
And Lark, it's your turn. Where do we go?
Okay. Let's find out.
Take us to our penultimate location. Nessa's Labyrinth.
The center of everything.
That's fun.
Cool.
Well, we finally made it from the brink of infinity to the center.
Yeah.
True. Folks, you can't write this stuff.
No. All right.
And this is only the half the distance I walked. Y'all think you got it bad.
Back in my day, as a fledgling sidekick.
You had to walk up reality and down to hell both ways.
Yeah, both ways. Stairs. God, there's so many stairs.
So many stairs.
Yeah.
I think with Infinity's Edge having been kind of described almost like an island with all of these different windows to reality, I think Nessa's Labyrinth feels almost like a loom or a weave that has all of these like walls of threads that we have to find our way through. And it seems like it is changing or unraveling. We're not sure which. And we are very quickly lost. And I think
Classic.
maybe even separated.
Oh.
One of these, like, we each turn a corner. One of us turns the corner first, and then the other comes, and it is a different. We each find ourselves rounding a different corner, and neither our friends are behind or ahead. So, I'm gonna draw a problem.
Please do. It's going to go real bad.
Problem. Oh, well,
Crumbling infrastructure.
I guess that answers the question of if it was unraveling or changing.
Yup.
I think it's unraveling. This feels like the renter is getting a little revenge on us. She's unmaking the center of everything.
Yeah.
While the Mapmaker isn't looking. So, yeah, I think as we're like calling out, trying to find each other, and we can sort of like hear it, but it feels as if it's coming from everywhere and almost nowhere. So it's really hard to parse. I think Lark like grabs out at a thread and starts to give a pull on it. It cries out the color of that given thread and tells the others to pull, and we can try to find each other that way. While also kind of undoing things, but whatever. But I think, and as we come back together, though, things are starting to come out from under us. So we need to do something. And I think we all sense the render's presence around us, but we can't see or find her immediately. So, all I have is a wicked blade that reveals hidden desire.
Yep.
I think I have to aim that at the render and figure out what her deal actually is. Why does she want to unmake stuff?
And while you do that, I am going to use Hantirum, which is a concealing silence.
Ooh.
And cast a total silence over this place to conceal our presence. So that while you cut through her hidden desires to uncover what they are, she does not see our escape from this place.
Cool. Sweet.
And cannot hear us either, right? Cannot hear us.
Yeah,
We're concealed in our silence.
So I don't have a word. Which means when a problem is drawn, so long as one word remains in someone's hand, a player without words must use another player's surplus words. No one has surplus words. If no surplus words remain, combine two discarded words and commit that combination as a hindering word.
Oh no!
In this moment, as the labyrinth is unraveling around us, where Justicia should be preparing for the final confrontation, which we should be drawing close to, the corruption of the Demon Queen takes hold.
Yeah.
I'm going to be combining Kef and Ba as Justicia reaches for the essence-holding gem, unwittingly unleashing the full power of the sun.
Oh, no.
Good luck. Right. I'm sorry.
Cool. The revealing sun that unhides us, probably.
I'm sorry.
Or at least tries to.
Or at least tries to.
We'll see what the dice say.
Okay. It's okay. Scared.
Maybe you got
scared sad little goth bard raises this sword with mighty cry and tries to hack through the render's deepest desire or something. And hopefully it works. So we got 2d6, 1d4.
Yep. Let's go. You got a treasure.
Okay.
Partial success.
Partial success.
All right.
That's pretty good.
I think my treasure is that unraveled thread that I swiped. So that is someone's fate.
Yeah.
That's definitely fine and not dangerous to have. Cool. I think obviously the render is not easily defeated, and I don't think even in this instance she is defeated. We have weakened her yet again. But we did reveal the truth. I think the core of this rivalry is like a loneliness and a desire for control that they never actually had. She wants to end everything, and her sister wants to keep everything in stasis because they don't want to lose anything.
See. Interesting.
And I'm sure we all resonate with that.
Yeah.
Is she just like me for real?
All right. So no words remain in hand, so we cannot do any more combining here. So Hantirum was Summers, yes?
Yes.
So it's only the second time that a word has gone into your discard pile, I think, because Run Enos is
one word.
Button.
Yeah.
Also a word. Find these real quick. Advance. And then this big ass one goes in Jess's, in my pile. Okay. Crumbling infrastructure goes away. Jess, you get to keep Ness's labyrinth. And finally, when no words remain to be committed, the end of your quest is at hand. The current player draws one final location card to represent the place of your quest's completion and describes a scene as normal.
I go?
Yep. Where do we end?
Obsidian Peninsula. Truth distorted.
Ooh.
We flee from the labyrinth. And we are plagued with these visions of the truth. I think in like flashes, the hidden desire, right, of these, we're in revealing something about the render, like we are given gifts and insight into the Mapmaker, and we kind of see the heart of the desire, or the heart of the conflict between the two of them and their conflict with the world in these flashes, I think, from like what looks to be like an innocent girlhood between the two of them, kind of these constantly at odds, these ever shifting powers, and this like deep desire to solidify and unmake. And we see them kind of like hanging in this balance for a very long time, right? Of both making and unmaking the things, but one unmaking the things, the other one's, the thing solidifies. And I think it breeds animosity and resentment of like I continue to make and solidify and crystallize, and you continuously destroy what's mine, right? And it creates this vast divide between the two of them, as their powers solidify, and eventually, their internal sisterly struggle becomes our world's problem. Like the all essence across all realities, really, it becomes everybody's problem. And we're running plagued by these like childish laughs and arguments and tears, and it feels like it's following us out of the labyrinth that collapses in a heap behind us. And we find ourselves surrounded by this like black glistening stone, as we flee, and we see these dark mists kind of creep in, and the sky feels dark, but not in like a night sense, right? There's just this kind of hanging, heavy darkness that comes down over us, and it's a weight that I think is echoed in the memory of the night, right? That we saw obliterated on the hill, and it's echoed in the memory of the pool and those feelings of being tempted into darkness, and it's echoed in all of our failings, this kind of heaviness that really settles on us, and we come to this edge. We began on the edge of infinity, which is the beginning of forever, and now we've come to a very, very literal end, as we step out onto this rocky, shining, glittering black peninsula that looks over a vast ocean. And we are forced to stop our our fleeing departure from the labyrinth, and kind of forced to stand still for a moment. And I'm gonna draw a problem, right?
Nope.
Wait, what do I do? No, what do we do?
Nope. When the
What
time
happens?
comes to draw a problem card, the current player draws one of the remaining class cards instead, and describes how the legacy indicated on it presents an unforeseen challenge to your completion of the quest.
Okay, I'm gonna draw it. Can you read that part again? What am I doing once I draw this? Hold on, I just want to make sure I understand. Fully what
Current
I'm
player draws one of the remaining class cards instead of a problem card, and describes how the legacy indicated on it presents an unforeseen challenge to the completion of your quest. This is the twist.
Your legacy is small. What about yourself? Do even you overlook?
Damn.
An unforeseen challenge to the completion of our quest. Small. I think as the echoes of these visions kind of fade, we all can see like the heart of the problem. It's just, kind of what was revealed to us in the desire, right? This kind of like aching loneliness, and the desire not to lose everything. Either, the things that I think for the Mapmaker, it's the things that she's created, and I think for the render, it's her sister. To not lose this thing. And I think in the reflection, like looking over the vast expanse of this kind of endless ocean, like that feels small. Like it feels like a small problem that is much too small and petty for these immortal beings. And we have gone on this epic quest to try and find the solution. But really it's just about loss, which is something that the three of us have all experienced in pretty drastic and big ways. And the problem just feels so little that it's almost so small we don't know how to fix it. Because there's such a deep fundamental difference between these two beings. It's like, how can we bring peace to them? Doesn't it have to be one or the other? And it feels like a problem so little we are too big to pick it up without breaking it. What do we do?
With this challenge before you, it's time to take your final stand. Each player selects one word from their discard pile, keeping in mind that combined words cannot be divided, and commits it to this final problem. I going to be snagging Atitilia, which was the communication of song.
I'm going to be taking Ruinos, which is going to be revealing magic from the dawn of existence.
I'm going to take life.
Yeah.
Could have gone the other direction and taken death, but that doesn't feel like the right thing to do here.
All right. Yeah, arrange it into a name, and then I'm assuming we're all helping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the dice are rolled, there's more stuff for us to do.
I'm gonna the verse of Tatitilia and Ruinos Hay. I do like the idea of the revealing magic from the dawn of existence being like life and the beginnings, right? Of life and this kind of eternal struggle of very human emotion at the basis of our journey of, you know, wanting to create and not lose the things that we make. And like, which is kind of in itself like a fear of death. And then we have, you know, the loss of a loved one and the fear of losing her sister. God, I don't know. I'd love to hear what you two think this moment is like for each of you as we kind of like, I think for Freddie, it's just kind of a cry into the void of like feeling small and feeling scared and feeling like this is something that we can't fix and that we were not, whatever destiny or fate threw us on this path was wrong. And how can we fix it? And I think it's in that cry that like this word kind of comes up of like, please, it's like a plea to reveal yourself to us. Like, what do we do?
Maybe it's, in a sense, this primordial power that's been in you the whole time coming out.
Yeah.
I think for Justicia, it is seeing this, right? Seeing this truth. She sees in it an aspect of herself. And sees how in either of their positions she would have made the exact same choices. because in a sense she's been making those exact same choices this whole time. And so, like, there's this familiarity to it, and it reminds her of the comfort and the stillness, that love that she felt with the night, and she doesn't know what to do with that but sing. So she does.
Yeah. Yeah, I think being confronted with that truth and realizing what was at the core of everything, Lark starts to realize that it wasn't always actually fear that was driving him to do the connecting of the living and the dead that he did. It was that sense of everything is connected between these two things, and that loss is heavy, but it doesn't have to be the only thing. And I think he responds to that by singing alongside Justicia underneath it with the oldest melody he knows. And it is a song of life.
Metal as hell.
All right, Summer. Roll them dice. Maybe we ace it first try.
we
aced it first try.
Oh!
And I'll take a treasure. Don't mind if I do.
No, you don't.
What the hell?
You do not get treasures in the final confrontation.
Different.
I'm sorry.
I hate it here.
What was I even here for?
Okay. So what happens? What do we do now?
You resolve the problem as normal. You say what happens.
Okay.
We win without a cost.
None of us are human, but we are experiencing humanity. And I think it is in that kind of recognition of I think it's in that kind of recognition of like how heavy loss can be, and feeling the fear of these two great powers, that we recognize that our entire journey was about the fear of loss. We came on this journey to stop things from changing from the way they had been. This world in flux that we had all grown to know and love, and we wanted to protect it the way that it was, but that was just our it was the same thing. We were doing it so that things would not change. So that things would remain, consistent in their chaos. And I think it is a recognition that we can't stop things from changing, that things will change, that wars will be waged, and that the Mapmaker may succeed, and that one day the render will unmake everything that the Mapmaker set in stone, and things will begin again. But that doesn't mean that things will be bad. And I think that we see within ourselves that we have a duty to this world to make it the best that it can be. And so I think it is an acceptance of the ever-changing nature of life and the loss that comes with that. Here at the edge.
Edge of everything.
Yep.
All right. And with our quest complete, it is time to take the long road home. Each player will take an additional turn to share what they learned about fate, heroism, or evil over the course of the quest. I think trying to figure out who should go first. Summer,
I should go first.
I think. Yeah.
So what do I do? What do I do?
Share what you learned about fate, heroism, or evil over the course of the question.
Yeah. Fate, heroism, or evil. I think what I learned is that I used to think I knew what those things were, and I don't anymore. That I thought that I knew, because there was a once upon a time where my fate was to go on this journey and to have this person fall in love with me, and that wasn't my fate. And, my fate was to be a pawn for the Mapmaker, and then that wasn't my fate. And then my fate was to come and fix all of the problems that the Mapmaker had caused, and then that wasn't my fate. And there were things that I did that felt heroic in the moment and weren't, and things that we have done that seem evil to others and weren't. And it was, this kind of twisted, warped journey. And I don't know what any of that is. And I still have a lot to learn about what it means to actually exist, and how all of those things look from depending on where you're standing. And that I don't know what my fate is. I don't know.
Justicia learned that evil can look like someone you love.
Dang.
And what looks like evil can just be your own pain staring back at you.
Lark learned that heroism isn't some legendary trait that only heroes have. Heroism can simply be the way you respond to fear.
Hell yeah. All right, it's time to begin our journey home. We will go around in reverse order, starting with Summer, playing your location cards and describing what you see as you take the path home. On your own turn, you may spend a treasure to address a remaining complication from winning with a cost. So, Summer, what do we see at the Obsidian Peninsula as we leave? As we turn homewards?
I think what we see, right, visually has not changed. I imagine that we stand on this shore for some time before we turn and realize that the journey has come to an end and it is time to go home. But I think our perspective changes the way in which we see it, right? Because when we ran into this space, we ran here with fear, and anxiety and purpose, and now we're turning around and we're going home at the end of something, and there's this resolution and this weight that's kind of been lifted, and still that fear and anxiety of what's going to happen next. But the place doesn't look so dark and it doesn't feel so heavy. Because those visions and feelings that were chasing us in here are not present anymore. And so we can appreciate it for the beauty that it carries, this glittering, wondrous place that's unlike any place we've ever been before.
Yes?
Remind me what I gotta do?
Location card.
Okay.
Which would be Nessa's Labyrinth. Yeah.
Okay. Boop. Put that back there. I feel like the right thing to do here is this is a crumbling loom of existence. that is probably still unraveling as we speak, but I have a thread that is someone's fate. And I am going to painstakingly weave it back into the loom into a pleasing pattern. Maybe that thread belongs to one of our sisters.
Yeah. You weave a better ending for them.
Yes.
Nice. Then our journey takes us to the Lake of Glass, where we still see that crystalline, almost Freddy, kneeling in despair. And Justicia approaches and pulls the spear from its chest and then holds it close in an embrace. And we see the darkness and shadow of that loss and loneliness seep out of this creature and into the golden markings and accoutrement of Justicia as she takes its sorrows and its loneliness away. I am going to be. And whole once more, it can go off into the world and live for the first time as its own being.
Okay. Anvil Falls. I think it's strange going from these like vast epic locations into a city and doing what we did on the way in, which is like bartering for supplies.
The shopping.
And shopping, and we're all changed in a way. And I think what do I leave behind? Because I am going to spend one of my treasures. I think that the render has not been reformed in the way that we first encountered her. She became something much bigger than herself in order to chase us. But I think I leave behind a gift for her at the shop where you all unmade her.
Oh, now.
And I think it is something that my mother, right, the Mapmaker, gave to me when I was brand new. Like I think it's something very, very simple, like a little wooden doll or something like that. But it has deep emotional meaning. And I think we just see Freddie as she leaves this space, and we see the little doll just sitting on, the mantle of the fireplace in this little shop left behind for the render when she comes back to this place.
This feels like an apology tour.
I literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have the most victorious quest. We'll put it that way.
We didn't know. You guys were just sad. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're sad too, if it helps.
If it makes you feel any better, we feel like shit.
Yeah, we also feel pretty sad. Do you want to hang out?
All right, Jess, your turn.
Oh, chromatic pools time. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, what's that like?
What's that like? I think we return here and that druidic figure is no longer here. And the pool that was once pitch black and that we left drained simply seems to just be regular water. No glow, no strange color. I think here Lark paces between the pools and pulls out the whispering gem that is still black and impossible to see within, and finds one that is a brilliant sort of glowing white and throws the gem into it, and it just melts away. And we hear nothing anymore from it.
Oh yeah.
Get fucked,
Freddy's
Demon
like,
Queen.
My friend did that with a ring.
Bloop.
It's crazy how these like tropes come back around in these adventures. It's always throwing something into the fire. It's always throwing something into something else. Yeah.
Cast the evil into the element.
Yep.
All right. We return to the Tower of the First Mage. I think we pass through. And I think our instinct is to like, let's just go around. Let's not deal with these people. Go around.
Yeah.
And Justicia splits off. And I'm going to spend a treasure. And I think it is a cloak of night. That was taken from the tower. And she wears it as she goes through. And darkness falls over the town at the base of the mountain. And sleep comes, and she goes to each house, to each sleeping person, and listens to them in their sleep, and listens to their dreams and their nightmares, and commits them to memory before she rejoins the party. Carries on.
Neat.
Okay.
Summer. Foothill Village, the Badgers.
Foothill Village, the Badgers.
We ruined the party. How they doing?
They're doing great. They are very lovely people. They are happy to see us returned. Yay. And it is very much like it was the first night that we were here. And we joined them for their evening festivities and the gathering of the community to come together and eat. And I'm going to spend a treasure because I've got plenty. And by and by, throughout the evening, Freddy returns to the spot that was desecrated when the corrupted hero was removed from the land of the living. And she takes out I think I got a treasure when I was here.
I think
she takes out a small needle and thread that was given to her that has magical properties. And she unspools the thread and rolls it in the ash that is left in this spot until it becomes black. And she takes off her jacket And on the inside of the jacket, just over her heart, or where her heart would be, she embroiders the image of the silhouette, that black image of the hero, to carry with her close to her heart. And in the process of doing this, speaks quietly, like, to the memory of that hero about our journey. And that pressure and that darkness begins to lighten, because all he was experiencing was sadness and loss, and all of these things that corrupted him. And she makes a promise to carry him with her on whatever next adventure, her future has in store, and lessens that pain of this place.
Nice. Alrighty. I think it's me, yeah?
Yep.
All right. We're heading back to, well, it's more like a spore forest now.
The Susurrate spore forests.
Yeah, it is thriving and doing fine. They're having a great time. Our little sporling friends are happy to see us. The Ancient One is pleased to see us return. And I think this is where we say goodbye to our little sporling friend, because we gotta let them come home.
Yeah.
But we have taught them many songs. They have learned our words, and they are going to share them with the Ancient One and their brethren. And so our story will be remembered.
Do go, little guy.
Y'all. Bye, little guy.
Is the real hero.
Yep.
And our tracks take us back to the Soul Forge. That place from whence really all of this came. And it's pretty quiet. I mean, the problem that was here, that crystal blight, was dealt with. It turned into something else and it left. And then it became its own thing upon the shores of the Lake of Glass. But there are other problems here. The remnants of the Mapmaker's grim plans. And I think as we pass through, Justicia is going to hang back again. In a sense, growing more distant over the course of the journey home. And she withdraws from a pouch a relic, an artifact of the Mapmakers. I think a quill that she had taken from the Soul Forge when we were here the first time. And she stands on that rocky precipice in the center of this luminescent lake and whispers to the quill. And we see the light in the water begin to bleach up over the stone and into Justicia's cloak, and the moans and whispers of the malformed half things of this place rise in a chorus that turns into a wind. And then there is naught but silence and darkness. And the cloak of night that Justicia wears is speckled with silver stars and billows in a quiet wind.
Are we ready to go back?
One left.
Oh
yeah.
Argent River.
How that war doing?
The battle that was raged here is long since cleared out. Of course, there are signs of the aftermath of that confrontation, and the most notable of these is that there is no river. There is a bed of silver stones, but despite that, when we reach the edge of the Argent River, Freddie steps up to the river and says, "Oh, great Argent River, I do not believe that I am worthy to cross you." And pulls from her pocket one of the obsidian stones that she picked up from the shore of the Obsidian Peninsula and places it, a brilliant black speck among these polished silver stones, and places it on the bank here as kind of a quiet promise to try and do everything she can to make things as right as they can be.
When you arrive home, take one final turn to share what awaits you there and how you retire from adventure. Starting with Jack.
So I think we return to Infinity's Edge.
Yep.
And many of those windows into different parts of the world are now closed. But a few remain. A few familiar places, many places we don't know or haven't been. And things are carrying on. But the Mapmaker's touch is indelible, and it's there. And it's a bit quiet here.
How does Lark retire from adventure?
I have one treasure remaining to hand, and it's the one I picked up from running the hell away from all those people. Which I did not declare what it was at the time. I think Lark retreats into a space where they can look at one of these windows into a place they've not been before, and watches it and looks at that treasure that they have remaining, that they had just sort of snatched up, fleeing for their life. And it's a locket. And on opening that locket are two faces of people that they don't think they know, but they feel familiar. And Lark is retiring for now, but is thinking of going on a different journey.
I love that. Freddie? What awaits you here, and how do you retire from adventure?
A lot of sadness awaits Freddie back at the edge of infinity. She falls back into old routines that she had barely reestablished. Routines that really are older than both of these previous adventures. And it feels wrong and strange, and like she doesn't quite belong here. And she tries that for quite a while before she realizes that, like, this is not where she needs to be anymore. And so when Freddie retires from adventure, I think she leaves this place. And kind of turns herself over to travel. Which is its own kind of adventure, but not in the same sense, right? As she seeks to kind of figure out what her place in the world is, and is going to do that by doing what we did together, which is going to new places and meeting new people and seeing if she can't figure it out along the way.
Incredible. What awaits Justicia? I think destiny, right? Destiny called us here in the first place and then set us on our path. And called us home. And I think Justicia is very different now. Where she was gold and gleaming when she left, she is shrouded in deepest darkness. But where she left with pain and rage, she comes home with comfort and purpose. And Destiny takes Justicia's face in her hands and says, "You know the truth of it now. All that ends will begin again. The truth of destiny isn't one path. It's the many paths, over and over and over again. Rise now to your purpose." And Justicia ascends the sky and takes Knight's place. Now that our heroes have retired, we shall sit in silence for a brief moment. Maintaining the silence, every player will write a short phrase, starting with "My legacy is," to indicate how your words have changed through sharing. Give me a thumbs up when you're. All right. Your heroes and their words pass into legend, but the pen of destiny is cunning, and in your deeds she finds an ink that will mark the face of the world forevermore. The game is now over. And that's Spoken Legends, everyone. Thank you, obviously, to the two of you for joining me in this and making such wonderful, beautiful, tragic characters and places to explore. And thank you to all of you who watched live, and if you are seeing this afterward on YouTube. This was such a pleasure, truly. I had a blast.
You made a good game. again.
Thank you.
Turns out you made like a good game or whatever.
Wow.
Really easy to play.
I hope this is a good showcase of what has changed moving from Spoken Magic, how the format has developed into something else. If you would like to pick up Spoken Legends, you can. It is available now on itch.io. That's anarisis.itch.io/spoken-legends. You can also find Spoken Magic there if you are interested in that. This first week that the game is out, it is on sale for 15% off. If you already own Spoken Magic, or if you want both games and you buy Spoken Magic first, owners of Spoken Magic get 34% off the game for this initial week after the release of the game. So, yeah. If you do play it, please tell me, tag me, let me know. I loved watching people play Spoken Magic. I really enjoyed watching people play this game during the playtests. I think people make such wonderful, wonderful things with these games, and that's why I make them. Is because I like seeing the things that other people make with them. If you're a Spoken Magic diehard and you're struggling to understand why you would want a more complicated version of the game, you can also pick it up and use the cards with Spoken Magic. Or if you play a bunch of Spoken Legends and you're like, dang, I've been to all the places and I've run out of new ways to interpret susurrant spore fields, you can always use the location and problem cards from Spoken Magic in this game with extremely small tweaks. And there's some guidance in the rules text for Spoken Legends that goes into that, and other ways that you can change the game to customize the experience to your tastes. And yeah, I think that's everything. Is that everything? These two stream sometimes. See their Twitch URLs under their wonderful, wonderful faces. Go follow them there if you're not already. I stream, I make games, etc. But honestly, I just am so thankful for the time that you've spent with us. I hope that you have enjoyed it. But most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your life.